Hey guys, so since the summer is kind of coming closer to being done and school is closer to starting again, I was thinking about doing another nostalgia video. So another nostalgia vomit, basically. But this one is going to be about my first summer as a camp counselor. The camp that I was working at, we split things up, by age group, and each section had its own thing. So the 4 to 6 year olds were known as junior camp. Those who had completed first and second grade, they were D1, and then 3rd through 5th grade was D2, and then 6th through 8th grade was O-Zone, and then if you're in high school, you got to be a counselor in training or CIT. But for the majority of the summer, I was in D2. That was where I was hired as. I was hired to work in D2. Well, the mascot of D2 was the Hulk. And one week, I don't remember which week it was, but one week, my campers declared me as the She-Hulk. And this was only because I was basically the only female counselor who could throw their campers around and basically roughhouse with them, because for some reason that week I had girls who really wanted to roughhouse. It was a lot of fun. It's probably like one of the best things that happens at camp is the campers try to play matchmaker and say, you would go best with this other guy counselor. This one particular week, my campers were convinced that I was married to 2 different counselors because I had a ring on each hand. Didn't matter that the ring is not on the correct finger. Nope. Didn't matter at all. Because there was 2 rings, that meant I was married to 2 different guys, and the 2 different guys was just, I don't know, camper logic. During one of the weeks, we had to share the church that we were having camp at, because it was a day camp, and we were having to share it with another event that the church hosts for the high school students, because it was definitely not a secret that all of the counselors that were there were college aged. Some of the high school boys that were there, they were definitely, staring at us female counselors. I think my favorite interaction, there was this one week where the skill that I was working with that week was arts and crafts. Favorite skill probably. It was so much fun to do, and it's what I did for the majority of the summer. One of my campers, he'd had this thing where he would transition from basically being human to being some sort of animal. And while one of the high school boys was trying to get my attention as I was taking my group of campers to the skill, this little boy, he hissed at them. He just hissed at them, and it was so funny. It made my day. And these high school boys were just totally freaked out, and they're scared of this 10-year-old boy. Some non-camper related stories. We had a Zorb at camp, and if you don't know what a Zorb is, it's a giant, basically a giant beach ball that you can put people inside of. Me and one of the other counselors, we got in and we Zorbed. Well, at one point on the way down, the cork that is supposed to, help us stay inside, it got underneath us, and we managed to somehow end up on top of each other. I was on the bottom and the cork was underneath me. Well, because of, you have 2 grown adult females here, because of our weight combined, it caused the cork to pop out. And because I was on the bottom, I fell out. Another fun counselor story, which I know I've shared this and I know it's been posted, is that it was after one of the staff bonding nights. Me and 2 of my other counselor friends, we were just hanging out. They decided to remake the song Just the Way You Are and make it specifically to me, and I still have that on my computer, and I watch it whenever I feel upset about anything, because it just makes my day better, and it's still one of those things that I carry with me and reminds me of how awesome the people are that I worked with. And I still talk to those 2 wonderful people that are in that video. They're just great. Well, that's all I can think of, and I don't really want this video to be too super long or anything like that. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Hopefully you enjoyed me walking back to 2 summers ago, where I fell in love with, camp, and really just, wanted to continue with that. So I will see you next video then. Bye.
But nothing's what